All right, we're going to be working with the final project where you have to create a GUI version of our code from our CRUD application. So I took the CRUD application, the create, read, update, and delete. So we had to import the pickle, and then I'm creating a GUI interface for it. I've done the first step, and you should be just taking your code from what the menu is pulling in your CRUD application to move it over to the GUI. Now, to work with GUI with multiple menus, you're going to want to create in your main, we're going to do our try here for opening the customer file, loading the input file into our customer list, but if it doesn't exist, then we'll just create the customer list. And then we're going to have to create a window, which we're going to call root, and we're going to pass it to our CRUD GUI. And we're also going to send the customer list to it. And we call the root main loop here in main instead of in the GUI so that it'll let us open up multiple windows. So our CRUD GUI, and I will put both of these files out there for you, the start of the GUI and the original one from 9.1 that I did in my sample, so that you have the code to work with, because you're going to have to convert this one. So we've got master, which is our root, and customer, which is our customer list. So we're setting self master equal master. This is our window. And we're setting the title to the welcome menu. So when I run this, this is creating our window with welcome menu on it. We're setting the customer list equal to cust and the radio variable equal to 0. This is your radio variables. They're going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've got the top frame, which has the radio buttons. We have the bottom frame, which has the OK and quit buttons. We're setting radio variable equal to a TK integer variable. Notice with the parentheses, that's a function. It's acting as a variable, but we're going to have to use get and set statements. So we're setting it to 1. So our default is having the lookup customer set. And then we've got the radio buttons. Value 1, 2, 3, and 4 with lookup customer, add customer, change customer, email, and delete customer. And we're going to add them. The W is anchoring them to the west over, so they're all lined on the left with the padding of 20. That's giving you a padding of 20 pixels from the side of the window. Then we created the OK and the quit buttons. On the OK button, we use the open menu. On the quit button, we use master.destroy. Then we pack the buttons, we pack the frames. If the open menu is called, we're going to check to see what the radio button is. So if it's 1, using our get command, we're going to do search, that's a local variable name, and we're going to call the look GUI class, passing it master, which is the current window, and the customer list. Otherwise, here I'm putting it as still under construction. You will finish this by adding the options for 2, 3, and 4. And then for the class, we're going to have self master equals master, and we're using the name look for our new window. We're doing TK enter top level, which means we're going to create a new top level window, but the master window is the parent. And that's important because when we create it, I can kill it here, or because we have a parent window, if we kill the parent window, it kills both of them. So we set the title for it. To search for customer. And then we create our top, middle, and bottom frame, putting them in the new look window. We add our label. We add our entry box. We pack our labels. We add the middle frame, which has our string variable called value. You can't see anything for that. And then we're going to have our label, which says results. And we're going to have the result label equal the value that's stored in value. So when we change this value variable, the results will print here. So I'm going to look for my name and get not found because I opened this with an empty file. So we're going to pack that middle frame We've got search in main menu. Search takes me to my search function, which will have my name variable equal the search entry. That's this .get, so it'll get whatever is stored in here. And this code comes directly from that original CRUD application we did. If name is not in the list, it's going to print not found, otherwise it will return the name. And then we've got self.value.set, that's what changes our results here. Otherwise, we destroy the look window if we hit main menu, and that just takes us back to our main menu. So that's the start of the program, and you should be able from that sample to go through and add the other 3 functions.